In all pop culture history, there was no better promoter than Walt Disney himself. He totally understood the power of mass media. Walt Disney lived in a farm and rather lived a hard life. Art turned him for inspiration and determination for his personal, God-given talent goals. He was the newspaper boy who longed to be a cartoon comic artist. Tragically, his father was diagnosed and was forced to sell the farm. Then he moved to Kansas City and went to a school there that he obviously stuck out because he'd shown he was already a scholar. 4 years later, he joined the Kansas City Film Ad Company. He filmed making cartoon advertisements to be shown in a movie. Walt wanted nothing more than to be an artist. Eventually, in the early 1920s, he went to Hollywood to pursue his dreams. For a little while, he was discouraged with animations. He thought he had gotten into it too late. Thankfully, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit was Walt's first big hit while Walt worked at Universal Pictures. One of his colleagues, Charlie Mintz, was jealous and planned to get all of his employees against him. Walt was then forced to leave Universal and Oswald. Refusing to give up, he then moved with his brother, Roy Disney. Walt and his brother Roy decided to open their own studio in 1923 as a Disney Brothers Studio. They only had one artist on staff and nothing to animate. The name Mickey was his wife's idea. But the birth of Mickey Mouse took place in secret though. While constructing Mickey to have a personality as his own, then it was previewed before a Hollywood audience, a 6-minute cartoon Plain Crazy, the first Mickey movie that everyone loved. Although they couldn't get the sound and picture to coincide, after trusting a colleague named Pat Powers to use Mickey Mouse to promote his sound equipment, unfortunately, betrayal came again for Waltz, for Powers' intention was to rob his money and Mickey Mouse. In 1932, the Great Depression happened and stock market was crashing. Waltz knew more than anyone in the cartoon business, for his cartoons needed personality. Soon after Mickey came Donald Duck, Goofy, and Pluto, with movies like Snow White, Fantasia, which I love, and Pinocchio that my mom showed me. Beginning in the 1940s, Walt Disney movies plus a dash of radio and movie merchandise extended into the new medium of television. He had a striking idea for an amusement park but did not have sufficient funds. After being denied by CBS and NBC, he found a willing partner in ABC Paramount back in 1954. ABC TV would broadcast a new TV show, one that was a video version of his up-and-coming theme park located in California. Disneyland was the name of the show and the name of the park. The combination brings together the #1 television distributor and network and the nation's premier producer of movies to create a one-of-a-kind global powerhouse. The program Disneyland debuted on October 27, 1954, and quickly became ABC's first series to hit the top 10 in ratings according to Museum TV. Disneyland, the park, opened in July of 1955, and in September began season #2 of ABC's TV's Disneyland. And later that year, Disney began using radio as a second media choice. Radio Disney was launched on November 18, 1996, coinciding with the 68th anniversary of the debut of Steamboat Willie. The first song ever played on the network was "Get Ready for This," and the network's initial slogan was "We're all ears," that was used heavily in on-air jingles. It didn't last long, but it's a fascinating piece of Disney history. Disney then passed away with lung cancer, but his name still lives and so does his vision. Disney television networks only became more powerful, and radio broadcasts came back to stay. Knowing so, Walt has influence on our cultural way of thinking, and incorporated